What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna be doing the oil pressure sensor on this 86 Toyota pickup, which we lowered in the past videos. We did it in Spanish. And we're thinking the sensor's bad on this truck, so we ordered this from Rock Auto. That's the part number 201-1130. We're gonna put some thread locker on here, the high temperature thread locker, which I'm gonna show you guys right now. It's actually called thread sealant, high temperature Permatex 59214. We're gonna put some on here before when we throw it on, and we're gonna let it dry for a couple hours, maybe like 24 hours. So he's gonna back it up, and we're gonna put it up on the ground. So that didn't work. We're bending the lower lip, so we're gonna use these track stands. Alright, we're gonna get up under the truck and we're gonna drain the oil. This truck needs an oil change, so we're gonna do that while we're in here replacing that sensor. I'm not sure if you can replace the sensor without draining the oil. 14 millimeter. You can see that the oil is a little dirty. Yeah. And looking at it from the passenger side, I'm on the lower passenger side. You can see that the sensor is right there under that cover. So this is where the sensor is at. Right here under this cover, plastic cover. You guys can't really see it right here. So it has a connector. You just press the connector down a little bit and slide it off. Oh, this camera's turning around all over the place. Now I need to get a wrench to be able to remove it from the engine block. We could leave the cover and the little connector in there. Now this sensor for us, it was a size 14 to remove it. Gotta be careful because some oil may or may not come out. Oh yeah, it dripped a little bit of oil. You can see this is the connector. I mean the sensor, sorry. Threads. Now we gotta match up the threads to make sure that the other one's gonna fit. They kind of do look the same. Let me clean up the engine block a little bit because oil's still coming out. Take off the oil cap, fat boy. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna wait a little bit till that oil stops dripping from there. Meanwhile, I'm gonna put a little coat of thread sealer on this and make sure to run it all around the threads. Alright, so we have the sensor ready to go. You can see we kind of just made sure that the sealing went all around the threads. And we're waiting for that to stop spilling oil. We're going to spray a little bit of brake cleaner once it's done, just so that we can make sure that the threads are nice and clean for the sealer to seal properly. And also we still have a little bit of oil coming out of the oil pan. So I'll put you guys back on once we thread this on. And this is the type of connector it has. You can see a little circle. It's kind of like a weird plug, but that's what connects the sensor to the engine harness. While we're waiting for that to stop dripping, well, it kind of already stopped. Now we're gonna do the oil filter. We're gonna remove that. See all this oil right here? And so far this truck hasn't been leaking any oil at all. the beginning we had a small leak, and we ended up replacing the oil pan gasket, which wasn't even that. It ended up being the rear main seal. So now we're gonna remove the smaller one. It's too big. Yeah, try to do with this. I don't know if it's too small or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. Shit bigger than this one, Pep.
This is what I tighten with, not hard.
Okay. I need the ratchet. We're gonna use one of those little cap thingies. Kind of don't like using that because you have to, well, at least I have to be running back and forth to the toolbox to get the right size. We have a couple of them, and I never use them. Okay. Wish I could get under here with the pressure washer just to rinse this whole undercarriage. I don't know if you guys can see this properly because this camera keeps rotating with the movement, but this is the Wix filter. Now, before I put the filter, I'm gonna clean the surface a little bit, swipe it down. Make sure there's no debris or anything. We're gonna put the new sensor in. Also size 14 to tighten this. Goes right here. Right? Yeah, it goes right here. If it fits. Why not? Oh, there you go. Oh, I was starting to get worried because we would have to mill this bag and get another one. But no, it actually fit. Now I'm gonna run it all the way in, and then I'll put the oil filter, which is gonna be off camera because I don't want to get oil all over the place. Okay, we put the drain plug back on, and we put the new sensor in. Now we're gonna let that sit overnight, maybe a couple of hours, maybe like 12 hours at least. We're gonna come back tomorrow afternoon and put the new oil filter, and then put the oil in the engine. We just want to make sure that that dries up pretty good. It's the next day. It's been more than 12 hours, and we're gonna put the filter in now. Should be enough time for that thing to dry, for the sensor to dry. So we got some Castrol 10W30. It's not synthetic, huh? No, it doesn't. No, it's not this one. And we got the Wix filter, 51, 34, 8. I'm gonna have to do it with 2 hands, but I'm gonna fill it up and obviously throw it back on the truck. Okay, I'm gonna do it up to 4, and then we'll just check it right now. Okay. I'm gonna let that go down to the bottom, and then we're gonna check the dipstick and then top it off. And we'll show you guys the gauge once we turn on the truck. We did 4.5 quarts of oil. And we're gonna turn this thing on, and hopefully it's reading correct. Okay. We're in neutral. That's the oil sensor right there. No, it's not reading at all. Oh, there you go. I guess it took some time to actually build pressure or something. But the other one would bounce around a lot, so it wouldn't be like stable. And obviously I know that these things aren't always stable depending on where where the oil level is and all that. But the other one would, at idle, sometimes it'll be at 0, sometimes it'll be in the middle. This one's showing pretty good. So there you can see it come up. Let it idle for a little bit and then give it a couple of revs. So that's pretty much it for this video. We got the oil sensor replaced and this thing needed an oil change. Now we're gonna do the next oil change at 95,000 miles. We got the little reminder right there. And yeah, make sure to check us out on Instagram at Yonke_OXC Films. I'll leave that in the description down below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.